Welcome back. Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton testifies before a special congressional committee Thursday probing the 2012 terrorist attacks that killed 4 Americans in Benghazi, Libya. Clinton was Secretary of State at the time, and her testimony could have an impact on her White House hopes. VOA national correspondent Jim Malone has a preview of the hearing.
Republicans are expected to grill former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton about the terror attacks that took 4 American lives, including U.S. Ambassador to Libya, Chris Stevens. But Clinton has seized on Republican comments the Benghazi committee is targeting her politically.
Everybody thought Hillary Clinton was unbeatable, right? But we put together a Benghazi special committee. What are her numbers today?
Clinton went on the attack during the recent Democratic presidential debate.
This committee is basically an arm of the Republican National Committee. It is a partisan vehicle, as admitted by the House Republican Majority Leader, Mr. McCarthy, to drive down my poll numbers. Big surprise. And that's what they have attempted to do.
Chairman Trey Gowdy acknowledges his committee is under scrutiny.
I have told my own Republican colleagues and friends, shut up talking about things that you don't know anything about.
House Speaker John Boehner says the probe is about finding the truth, not politics.
Benghazi's committee is about what happened before, during, and after a terrorist attack in Libya, where 4 Americans died. The American people deserve the truth about what happened, period.
Clinton opponents are also running ads.
I'd like to ask you why you ignored calls for help in Benghazi.
Clinton has been in this position before, fending off Senate Republicans at a 2013 hearing.
The fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?
The political stakes for Clinton are huge, says Republican strategist Ford O'Connell.
I think the optics of it could really be damaging to Hillary Clinton, regardless of what comes out of that hearing.
But Clinton remains formidable, says analyst John Fortier.
I think it's hard for Hillary Clinton to change the big perception of her. She's very well known, but that has its pluses and minuses. She's going to have strong negatives. She's had them for a long time. There are plenty of people who know her and don't like her, but she's also got strong supporters.
Clinton got high marks for her recent debate performance and continues to lead her main challenger, Bernie Sanders, in national polls.
And joining us here in the studio is VOA's Jim Malone. Jim, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Before we get into the Benghazi issue, Vice President Biden announced that he will not run for presidential elections. What do you make of it, and what does this mean for Mrs. Clinton, really?
Right. We've been waiting for months to hear from the vice president about whether or not he would run. He's been grieving the death of his son in May, Beau Biden, from cancer. And just today, he came out to the Rose Garden at the White House with President Obama, with his wife, Jill Biden, and announced that he's taken a look at the situation and has decided not to run for 2016. That takes Joe Biden out of the equation. That leaves the field as it is now. That's Hillary Clinton and her main challenger, Bernie Sanders. It's probably going to be seen as a boost for Hillary Clinton. She's had a good couple of weeks with her debate performance. And, of course, on Thursday, the issue we're going to talk about, her appearance before the Benghazi committee. And
with regards to this appearance before the committee, to what extent could the hearing be pivotal for Mrs. Clinton's presidential chances?
Well, anytime you're going to be in Congress being grilled by Republicans, there's always a tense back and forth. We've seen it before with Clinton's appearances before different committees on this issue. We can expect more, but one of the issues that's come up has been allegations that the committee now has been politicized.
Exactly. That was my next question, because some critics say this is becoming a political issue, not anymore about Mrs. Clinton's wrongdoings.
It was always seen as a political issue. The Republican chairman, Trey Gowdy, has tried to make it about the facts. But some comments by prominent Republicans in recent weeks have cast aspersions on the committee, something that the Clinton campaign has been very quick to seize on. And so they're going to try to make the committee on trial as much as Hillary Clinton. We saw in the clip from the recent debate, she was quick to go after the Republicans on the Benghazi committee.
And what can we expect in terms of outcome? I mean, there have been several probes in the past on this issue. What will be new this time?
We'll hear more about the circumstances of the attack before and after, security concerns. Did they get to the Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton? But also the committee says they have new information, including emails from Ambassador Chris Stevens, one of 4 Americans killed in the attacks. So we'll see what new information Republicans have to ask her about during the hearings.
And quickly, speaking of emails, there is the issue of the use of a private email during her work time. Right. To what extent will this come up tomorrow?
Well, we'll see if there's any new light to be shed on that issue. It's been an issue that's dogged her political campaign, and whether or not Republicans have something new to add, we'll have to wait and find out. But Clinton's hoping that she can put that issue to rest, perhaps partly by her appearance before the committee.
Jim, thank you so much. We'll be keeping an eye on it with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that was our Jim Malone, VOA national correspondent.